practicing 3 days in a row. Are those like little good signs that
Yeah.
see that things are...
Yeah, I was actually telling Coach yesterday that my Achilles heel has been that third day. So the fact that I made it through that today, it's a good sign.
Was it the knee in the spring, the same thing that kind of hit you last season?
Yeah, same thing. It's taking a long time to get right, but I'm feeling a lot better right now. So I'm just happy to be out here with my guys.
There was a period, I think it was during special teams the other day, where you were doing some band work, just kind of staying on top of it. How much of it is, even though you're back on the field, still making sure that you're taking the time to stay on top of it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, coming to Oakland has been a blessing in disguise for me because they've taught me how to be a pro, right? I guess in the area of taking care of my body. So, I'm extremely happy to be here. Rod's a great head trainer, man. He works with me all the time. So I'm staying on top of my body, even when I'm feeling good, because I don't want to get a setback. I can't afford one.
How much of the defense do you feel like you were able to absorb in the spring, even though you weren't really on the field all that much?
Yeah, I mean, I learned, in my mind, I learned everything. But it's different when you're out here and the bullets are flying. And, Gruden's offense it's a lot to deal with. A lot of motions, a lot of, jet sweeps. So, once the bullets are flying, your mind has to work fast. And me being a veteran player, luckily I've had a lot of game experience. So it's been good for me, but, it's still moving a little faster than I like. I'm still waiting for it to slow down, but, that just takes time.
How much you lean on where you're lining up, is that comfortable for you guys a little bit?
Absolutely, yeah. The first year I ever started, 2014, I played the wheel linebacker as well. So.
How much do you lean on a guy like Vontaze?
Defense. Yeah, Vontaze. Absolutely, man. Vontaze, people don't really speak about his intelligence, his football intelligence. He's guy has to be one of the smartest football players I've played with. So, he's been in his defense his whole career. So, and he knows the ins and outs. And I come and ask him questions. I talk to him. He's played the wheel linebacker position. So, I lean on him a lot right now. And in this learning phase that I'm in, it's great to have a veteran guy like him to lean on.
Do you still see that he's got some of the burst and some of the juice that kind of helped him establish himself when he was younger?
Yeah, absolutely. He's still, I guess, relatively young. He's 28. He still got some juice, of course.
What have you seen from Jonathan Abram?
I think he's gonna be great. By the way, I think he's gonna be a baller, man. He's a ball hawk, has a nose for the ball. I know he can hit. He's fast, smart. He's picking the defense up extremely fast, and he's playing at a high level right now at camp. So I look forward to big things from John.
Montez was saying that Abram and Cleveland Farrell, goes, I don't know if I've seen rookies like this.
Yeah.
That come in, I mean, not just talent-wise, but the way that they come in and they're so wired in and don't seem to conduct themselves like rookies at all.
Nah,
Can you say that to say?
Absolutely. I would say, Mike Mayock and John, they done a great job at drafting because these rookies are actually mature. I've been around a lot of first-round picks, a lot of rookies, and they're not as mature. They don't work as hard. They don't study as hard. And they don't have that same demeanor and mindset as these rookies, and so I look forward. I think they can have great years, big years, along with Josh Jacobs. I think the world of Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to be a really good player.
Brandon, did you, when you signed here, obviously it's about to be healthy this year, but in the back of your mind, was there anything of, if it continues, you could end your career in your hometown?
Absolutely.
Can you talk about that? Like, what in the back of your mind is like, was it one of the reasons this kind of was appealing to you?
Yeah, no doubt. When it was first announced, I'm not sure what year that the Raiders were going to Vegas, maybe 2017 or something like that. I was really excited, and I had to be undercover about it because I'm like, I want to play for them. Nobody really knew, but my friends knew. Like, I want to play for the Raiders whenever I can. And so when the opportunity happened, I came in for my visit, and they initially started talking about Vegas. They showed me the model of the stadium, and they were selling me on Vegas, and I was like, well, you ain't got to sell me because I'm already all in. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of a team that's establishing a new culture around here, a new set of standards, and so I think it's going to be good.
You were a leader in Denver for a long time. What's the experience been like integrating yourself and your leadership style into a new organization really for the first time?
I'll say it's been tough for me because in the spring I haven't been on the field. And I know I was brought in to be a leader, but it's like, okay, I want to show the guys. I like to lead by example. I want to show the guys, how to do things, how to work, how to practice. But me being in the training room the whole time, it's kind of tough. So, now that I'm on the field and I'm, getting used to everybody, I'm getting used to playing and practicing, being a Raider, I'm just still trying to establish myself as well as bring some young guys on. And I have a story that I think a lot of the young guys could take to, right? I was drafted, but I was cut a bunch of times, practice squad, and I told one of the guys, like, look, man, you just keep working. Just keep working, man. I was cut, I was practice squad, and now I'm Super Bowl champion and 8th year in the NFL. It could happen, it could happen. So, I talk to any guys that will listen, and I'm gonna get it going.
Was it weird for you at all initially just playing on this year after 20 years in Denver?
Yeah. It was. Just to be honest, because we were taught to hate the Raiders. We were taught to hate the silver and black. It was the rivalry, and I know it's business. So, I never hated the Raiders. It's just the aesthetic that came with being a Bronco, right? And so when they didn't bring me back, and the Raiders were on the table, I was all in. I'm like, cool, this is where I want to go anyway.
Excited when the schedule came out and game 1 is against your old team?
Yeah. I like that. I think God was looking out for me on that one.
When you come into a new team as a potential leader, do you look at last year's defense at all? You watched the Raiders last year on defense?
Yeah. No, you watch them. I had to watch them to learn my position and, to see how everything went. And I know we have different players now, but you still kind of see, what happened last year and maybe what was the issues, the problem areas that they had, and how we can build off that. We're trying to establish a new culture, a new standard this year. So, but you have to look at the old, don't dwell on it, but look at the mistakes that, I guess we've made on defense in the past and build on those.
What were the problem areas that you saw?
Well, just the main area, we had 13 sacks last year, right? And I don't care what DBs you have, right? You have 13 sacks. At some point, it's going to make the DBs look, because the pressure is not there. At some point in this league, in this era, in this passing leagues, they're going to get open. So, we have to create more pressure. We have to stop the run. We have to, play tighter coverage. We have to create an identity on defense. And I think
first impression, there's enough pressure here, enough guys here who can pressure the quarterback right now?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And with the scheme that PG, comes with, his play calling, I think we'll be just fine.
What do you think you bring to the team that they didn't have?
Man, obviously I think I bring some good leadership and playmaking abilities. I've always been around the ball in my career, so and that's not going to change here. I'm going to be around the ball. I'm going to make plays. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to be where I'm supposed to be. So that's all I'm expecting of myself. I'm expecting high. I have high expectations of myself. So I'm going to be around the ball. I'm going to make plays.
Derek Carr was saying when he was at the podium that just listening to other people, other veterans on the team, that the expectations maybe have been higher than they have in a long time. You've been to the top of the mountain. Are your expectations for what is a young group, are they up there with some of the others?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just saying to somebody that the standards need to be higher as well. I think they've risen. Obviously, I wasn't here last year, but they need to be higher. Bill Romanowski spoke to the defense and said the expectations and the goal need to be Super Bowl, and don't be afraid to speak about it, right? So, we need to set those standards, those expectations. Not just win the division, not just make the playoffs. No, we need to win the Super Bowl. So we need to, aim for the stars, right? And that's the only way to live.